just him and I in the room together, and I played him that tune just to send him on his way. That's
pretty cool, man.
Yeah, that's Roy Rogers and the Sons of the Pioneers, man. That's like the old fucking like 30s, 40s shit. Western music. Like actual cowboy songs and shit. Yeah, it's cool. I gave him the cowboy send-off.
Take it.
Yeah.
Well, seems fitting.
Yeah. For sure. Empty guns covered with rust. Where will you talk tonight? Empty boots covered in dust. Where will you walk tonight? Yeah. That's cool. But yeah, that's that when you said like Western or like cowboy music and shit, that's what I thought of. And here's a little bit more. The Tumbling Tumbleweeds, dude. I'll crank this down a little bit though.
See them tumbling down, ledging their love to the ground. Lonely but free I'll be found, drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweeds. Cares of the past are behind, nowhere to go but I'll find just where the trail will wind, drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweeds.
Oh, fucking A, dude.
I know when night has gone, that a new world born at dawn. I'll keep rolling along. Deep in my heart is a song. Here on the range I belong, drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweeds.
Oh, fuck. It's such an interesting sound because I mean, obviously later on you had all the Patsy Clines and the all that shit. I think this is right around the time, probably like Hank Williams Sr., if not just slightly before it, for him. But yeah, right around that same time. But
yeah, right around the beginning of recording.
Basically, yeah. I mean, some of these guys are probably some of the... You can hear it, it's like... It's not as rough a recording as, say, like, Louis Armstrong and the Hot Fives and all that shit, and, like, that stuff from almost, like, the 20s and stuff, which was all, like, a mic in a room with everybody just playing. You know, there was no separation, of course. You know, and Les Paul would come along, obviously, like as we learned a while back in like the mid-50s with the multi-track recording. But yeah, before that, it was just like, dude, you just had to know what the fuck you were doing and where to put everybody in relation to that mic and shit. Pretty wild.
Deep in my heart is a song. Here on the range I belong, drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweed.
And if you remember, a little while back, we did that couple minute skit where like out on the range, gathered around the fire at night, sounds like this. I was like, okay, this is kind of gently poking fun at that kind of thing too, because obviously these aren't just like, if there was some rough and tug and tumble. If these were some tug and tumblers.
Yeah, some rub and tug tumblers.
Yeah, rub and tuggers and rub and tuggers and tugger tumblers.
Tug and tumble.
The Tugger Tumbles. If these were Tugger Tumbles, you know.
Rub and tumble. No.
Rub and tumble? I like that. They would probably be a little more rough cut, but these guys have these sweet voices and these like beautiful harmonies, and it just, their key changes and shit are fucking awesome. You know, they slide into the key change and shit. It's fucking badass, but it's more like kind of, these guys almost sing more like a jazz kind of, not like Dixie, but like barbershoppy almost.
Roy Rogers?
Yeah, Roy Rogers and the Sons of the Pioneers, yes.
Yeah, he was a known homo, right?
Look, he wasn't I don't think he was as big a fag as John Wayne. Oh, while we're on the Duke for a second, I want to say something about the Duke. I know he's
partner.
Yeah. Howdy, Pilgrim. I want to blow you. Okay, I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, oh, fucking John Wayne. There's
not a lot of people. They're dead already.
Yeah, I guess most of them are already dead. But that's still the reputation he has. Is the fucking Duke, Howdy Pilgrim, man's man, all that bullshit. Fuck that. I think the Duke was a fag. Not like a homosexual necessarily, but like a fag in that he presented this cartoon of what some people might think a man is or should be.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen one of his movies. I'd have to go back and...
Yeah, well, it's just all that, like, always macho-ish, not like a total dick, but just like
he's got his chaps on.
Yeah, it's like the way he walked and shit. Kind of like the effect that George would have on a room when he walked in it. It wouldn't matter if he never said a word. Somebody in that room, if there's a bunch of people in it, somebody's going to want to kick his ass. Or try to kick his ass. Somebody's going to want to do it.
Walk up to the bar and someone want to fucking shoot him.
Yeah, it's just the way you strutted in the room and kind of acted like you owned the place and shit. If you do it a certain way, you come across as more cool and people want to get to know you. Like, what's up with that guy? There's this other way if you do it that people go, who the fuck is this asshole? And maybe he should get a fucking bat to the back of his head because he's got a shit attitude. And it's an intangible that cannot be explained or taught. I think you either walk it one way or you walk it the other way. George walked it like the left-hand path. It's like, holy shit, dude. You always got...
What's that song? Big John. You ever heard that song?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
John.
Yeah, I think I might have it. Let's see. Keep talking about it, brother.
Yeah, it's a...
Big John. Big Bad
It's
John.
an interesting song if you've never heard it.
Oh, yeah.
It's got that classic kind of...
Talking about the badass.
Yeah, the Big Bad John.
Local badass.
Well,
and you never fucked with Big John.
Back before Leroy Brown was Big John.
Big Bad John, Big Bad John, Big Bad John, Big John. Well, he had a cock the size of a tree stump, and then he fucked he straightened out a camel's hump with his lump. Big Bad John. And they never fucked with Big John.
Grizzly Bear tried climbing up the tree, but there was no getting away from Big John. Big Bad John.
Oh, fuck.
Well, he slipped him the Johnson, and that was the end.
There it is.
Story's over.
Jimmy Dean. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Fucking Big Bad John, man.
Big John.
Oh, yeah. Ask and you shall receive, motherfucker.
Every morning at the mine, you could see him arrive. He stood 6'6" and weighed 245, kind of broad at the shoulder and narrow at the hip. And everybody knew you didn't give no lip to Big John. Big John, Big John, Big Bad John,
Big Johnson.
Nobody seemed to know where John called home. He just drifted into town and stayed all alone. Didn't say much, kind of quiet and shy, but if he spoke at all, he just said hi to Big John. Somebody said he came from New Orleans, where he got in a fight over a Cajun queen, and a crashing blow from a huge right hand sent a Louisiana fella to the promised land. Big John. Big John. Big John. Big Bad John.
Big John.
Then came the day at the bottom of the mine when the timber cracked and men started crying. Miners were praying and hearts beat fast. Everybody thought that they'd breathed the last except John. Through the dust and the smoke of this man-made hell walked a giant of a man that the miners knew well. Grabbed a sagging timber, gave out with a groan, and like a giant oak tree just stood there alone. Big John. Big John. Big John. Big Bad John. Big John. With all his strength, he gave a mighty shove. Then a miner yelled out, "There's a light up above!" And 20 men scrambled from a would-be grave. And now there's only one left down there to save Big John. With jacks and timbers, they started back down. Then came that rumble way down on the ground. And the smoke and gas belched out of that mine. Everybody knew it was the end of the line for Big John. Big John. Big John, Big Bad John,
Big John.
Now they never reopened that worthless pit. They just placed a marble stand in front of it. These few words are written on that stand. At the bottom of this mine lies a big,
dumbass
big
man.
Big John.
Big John. Big John.
Big Bad John.
Big John. Big John. Big John.
Well, he used his big old piece of timber to prop up the mine.
Well, he used his penis like a big old jack, and then he jacked it up and it's in the crack. Huh? He jacked up in his crack. What? He used his penis like a massive jack, like a 12-ton jack on a rickety rack. And he didn't fuck with Big John. Big John.
Because if you did, you'd get split in two.
Ooh,
Shoot.
His nickname was the Log Splitter. Urgh. The pile driver, and then he became the Log Splitter. Ugh. And you don't want to know why he was called the Log Splitter. Ugh. Ugh, pew. He spent his life splitting logs in the mines. Oh. He was splitting logs in the mines on lunch break? Whoa. Big John. Whoa. Listen, ass. I just want to say this. I did another thing over the weekend that I haven't done in a long fucking time. I visited music stores.
What'd you do?
I visited music stores. I went to Sam Ash. You know what?
You told me.
Yeah, I know I told you, but now I'm telling you on this fucking program.
I gotta
What?
take a little break.
You
I gotta
motherfucker.
take the dog out. He's gonna take
Are you
a shit.
fucking kidding me?
He's gonna shit on himself.
Are you telling me somebody can't fucking trot the goddamn dog around?
You know how it goes.
I do, but that's fucked up, man. They gotta know you're doing this shit. Son of a bitch. Alright,